Welcome to African Ancestral Wisdom, the Hidden Truth. I'm your brother Jata65, and today we are going to talk about death in African spirituality. African spirituality is a spiritual tradition that has been practiced for centuries. It has a strong metamorphical aspect and includes beliefs in spirits, reincarnation, and ancestral spirits. Death is a part of this spiritual transition, or death is part of this spiritual tradition. For people who practice African spirituality, death is not seen as a permanent end, but rather as part of cycle of life and rebirth. In African spirituality, death is seen as a journey from the physical life to the spiritual world. It is believed that when someone dies, their spirit enters the realm of the ancestors, where they will be reunited with their family, friends, and other deceased ancestors. This world is seen as a peaceful and beautiful place where souls can stay connected to their loved ones. The departed spirits are also believed to have the power to influence events in the physical realm. They are believed to bring blessings, protection, and guidance to their families and friends still living in the physical world. African spirituality teaches that the living should never forget or ignore the dead. It is important to show respect for the departed and remember that they are still part of the family. Even if they are no longer in this life, they can be done through offerings, rituals, or honoring their stories and memories. In African spirituality, funeral ceremonies are often highly elaborated occasions that may involve music, dance, and storytelling. These ceremonies are seen as an important way of respecting the deceased and helping them pass from this life to the next. Death can be a difficult and confusing time for those who left behind. African spirituality teaches us to value the lives of our loved ones, both living and the dead, and to accept loss as part of the cycle of life. In this way, we can open our hearts and minds to the beauty that death can bring and make peace with the fact that all life comes from an end. Death is an integral part of life, and many African cultures recognize the importance of honoring the deceased. In African spirituality, death is not seen as an ending. Instead, death marks the transition from one realm of existence to the next. Many African cultures believe that when someone dies, their spirit continues to live on, and that is a special connection with the living. As such, death is viewed as a time to celebrate and honor the deceased rather than a time to grieve and mourning. One of the most important rituals in African spirituality related to death is the honoring of the ancestors. This involves offering special prayers and gifts to the ancestors in order to request protection or blessing in the present day. Special ceremonies and altars may also be used to honor the ancestors and ensure that they are remembered. These ancestors and spirits are believed to have profound influence on life itself. In some cultures, ancestors are believed to be guides to the living, helping them to understand life and bringing them comfort and protection. African spirituality also believes that death can bring about transformation and spiritual growth. It can bring a sense of peace and renewal as the deceased person moves on to a new life. Death is also seen as an opportunity to experience something new or something greater than what was experienced before. The ritual surrounding death often involves honoring ancestor spirits or deceased person's spirit in various ways. This may include rite of passage or ceremonies to mark the passing of an individual. Traditional methods of mourning may also be practiced, such as providing offerings, singing traditional funeral songs, and wearing special garments. Death is an important part of African spirituality, but it doesn't have to be seen as a loss or tragedy. Rather, it can be seen as a transition from one life to another and an opportunity for spiritual growth and transformation. By honoring this view, we can embrace death and trust in the power of life cycle. Death can be seen as impending sadness, but by respecting its naturally occurring cycle, we can fully appreciate the belief and intense beauty of life. A belief in an ancestral spirit also helps to create a sense of belongings and connection with the past and with future generations. Many African communities believe that their ancestors' spirits watch over them to ensure that they remain safe and remain on the right path in life. I'm still your humble brother, Jata65, and you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, African Ancestral Wisdom. Thank you.